Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about another object-oriented property of Java, which is polymorphism. Polymorphism is another important property, object-oriented property. So we know that there are three object-oriented properties in Java. One is encapsulation, another is polymorphism, another is third one is inheritance. We have already discussed encapsulation. Now polymorphism is the object-oriented property to redefine a method. There are two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism, or it is also known as method overloading. Another one is runtime polymorphism, also known as method overriding. In Java, two or more number of methods can be defined within the same class with the same name but with the different signatures. Now we'll show one implementation. There you can see that in the same class, say for example class A, we will define two methods, say xyz. xyz is the name of the method. Another method will be the same name, xyz, but the name will be same, but the signatures will be different. Signatures will be different in the sense that the number of parameters and the types of parameters or the order of the parameters can differ. Also, method overloading is not possible on the return types. I will show it with example. And also, the rules to be remembered that the method name will be same, obviously. And in case of method overloading, the second rule is the number of parameters, the types of parameters, or the order of the parameters. Any one of these three should differ. Number 3, return types may differ, but rule 1 and 2 should be satisfied. And also access modifiers may differ. Say xyz is a method, two methods with the same name xyz, but one method is say public, another method can be protected. But we must maintain the rule 1 and rule 2. That is, both the name will be xyz, and also at least one of the three, that is the number of parameters or the types of the parameters or the order of the parameters should differ between the two xyz method. Also exceptions may differ, but again also rule 1 and 2 is the mandatory. This to be satisfied. So now I'll write one class. Save it. Method overloading. Java method overloading. Okay, in this class I will write two methods. One is say int, I will make it something like this. Int add. There are two arguments, int a, int b. So return a plus b. It will return an integer, the addition of a plus b. An integer value will be returned. And also another method, int also, add, same name, it should be add, otherwise it is not overloading. But here I will write three arguments, three parameters. C. It will return a plus b plus c. So now write public static, the main method, public static void main string argument. So I want to call this at one of these add method. So or you can also call do method. But to call this method, either we have to create object of this class, or we can directly call if this is static. So I don't want to create here an object of this class. Just making it static, we can directly get access of it. The single copy we can get access. So we'll call it class name dot method name, or since it is in the same class, we have already shown, since the method is in the same class, we can call it directly add. So we will pass 10, 20. Okay. So it will return an integer. So suppose I want to print it. System dot out dot print ln, right, result So result will be the value of addition 10 and 20. Okay. So again we want to call another add method rather. So here it is. So here I will pass 3 arguments. So compiler can easily understand which method is being called and when. In the first case, the first method is being called because by looking at the number of arguments. Here also, in the second case, the compiler can understand that though the name of the method is same, but since there are 3 arguments, so the second method, this method is being called here. So I'll save it. So write Java C. This one. Write Java space. Execute. My code name. Result 30 and 60. Now I will check that we can say that the number of parameters can differ. Also, the types of the parameters can differ. It can be say both these can be float. Here we can make it is type of argument. Say it is double. Make it double. Make it double. Make this double. Suppose it is simple. Return a plus 100. Will not change the b variable. Also here it is same thing. So by changing this thing, we can also do method overload. So here you can see that in these 2 methods, the types of parameters for this a, the first 2 arguments has the same type. The second argument is of different types. The type of argument has been changed. Also, the number of arguments can be changed. So at least one of these 3 conditions should be maintained. The 3 conditions are: one is either the number of parameters should be changed. Number 2 is or the types of the parameters should be changed, and the number 3 is order of the parameters should be changed. We can also make it double b int a. Double first, ab is actually nothing. It can be xy, it can be here, it can be x, it can be y. Name of this argument is not here, but you can see that first argument is int. We can make it that like this: first argument double and the second argument int. So it will also show no error. So first I will show you this one, the previous one. First argument is int, and I will add it with 100 and print it, return it. So at least one. It can be, we can change for the 2 same methods. We can change all the 3s. We can change the number of parameters, number of the types of the parameters, and the order of the parameters, all the 3. But at least one should be changed among these 3. So Control S, save, compile it first. A. Okay, I have changed it here just right now. So you can see no problem there. So you can see 110. A is 10, X is 10 rather. So 100 is added, 110 is the result, and you can see the other is 60. No problem. Also we can change the order. First argument is double, second argument is int. So if we return double, it should be double. For simplicity, right now make it y also. Here also there is no problem. Order can be changed. You can see, since the value of b is 20, b means here y is 20 here, we are passing 20, so 20 plus 100, 120 for the first calling, result will be 120, and for the second case, it is not, I have not changed anything here, so 10 plus 20 plus 30, 60 will be printed. If we write like this, system will auto print it, so it will print the return value of this addition. Okay, so we can see that here in this method overloading we have changed all this, the order, the number of arguments, and the types of the arguments. Okay, also can we make the, we also note that overloading cannot be done on return type, that is everything is changed. Suppose everything means the signature, name and signature is same. Obviously it can be XYZ. This naming is nothing. It can be anything. Argument name is anything. But look at the number of parameters and the types of parameters and the order of the parameters. So these are the signature. Signature is same. Name is obviously same for overloading, and everything is same. That all the three arguments are integer. But now, will there be any problem? Obviously there will be a problem, because compiler cannot understand which add method is being called. Here if we call add method, so compiler is being confused. So in this add method, here we can pass 3 integer. Again in the second add method, here you can also pass 3 integer arguments. If we compile it, the error will be like this. You can see the second method. You can see the line number 5. This is the line number 5. The second method, the compiler will treat it as it is a same method is being defined again. This is the line number 5. So same method, compiler will treat it as the same method. This is the just like the first method. So the second method will be treated as just a copy of the first method. The second method is being the same of the first method. So there is an ambiguity. The compiler cannot recognize the second method. So only changing in the return type, we cannot do it. Also, return type we have not changed it. Suppose also if we make it double, also we cannot. We have changed it. Again, there is a confusion. Same confusion, same error. So, though we have changed the return types, but since everything, the name and the signature is same, compiler will be confused. So, only changing the return types and keeping the rest of the things altogether same, this cannot be done. This is not method overloading. So now you can understand the rules. Also, you have to note the points like static method can be overloaded and final method can be overloaded. You can see that our methods are static methods. The addition, the add methods all the methods are static method. Also, if we make it final, you can test it by your own for your practice. The final method can also be overloaded. Now coming to the second type of polymorphism, this is method overriding. This is a runtime polymorphism. You have already seen that in case of method overloading, it is compile time, because the compile, it is, if there is an error, it is checked during compilation. Now overriding is checked during execution. Overriding it is used by child class. In case of inheritance, we know that child class inherits the properties of parent class. It will be discussed in the next video. And child class will reuse the method of the parent class. To reuse the method of the parent class, we have to override the method. So the method overloading, method overriding are used for reusing the methods. In case of method overloading, it is that all the methods are in the same class. But here you can see that the one method is the parent class, and another method, that is suppose class A is the parent class. This has a method xyz. The child class, say class B is the child class of class A. So class B will override, suppose wants to override xyz method. To do so, the in class B, the name of the method will be same xyz, and also the signature will be same. Just look at the difference. In case of overloading, the name will be same, but its signatures will be different, much different in case of overloading. But in case of overriding, everything will be same. Just I repeat, everything will be same. Whatever the name and signature in the parent class will be same in the child class. Suppose xyz is the name of the method, and in there, in xyz, only one argument is there. Suppose integer a, int a. In the child class, the name will be xyz and the argument will be integer type, only one argument. So in case of method overriding, so the name of the method and the signature of the method both will be same in the parent class and the subclass. So subclass is needed for method overriding. The method in the subclass is known as overriding method. The method is redefining it, overriding method, and the method, which method is redefined, the method in the parent class is known as overridden method. The overridden method is redefined in the subclass, and the redefined method is known as overriding method, and the original method in the parent class is known as overridden method. I repeat, the original method is known as, in parent class, original method in parent class is known as overridden method, and the redefined method in the subclass is known as overriding method. So since method overriding is possible only by subclasses, and we know that in case of final method cannot be overridden. Final method cannot be overridden, cannot be used in the subclasses. And final means it is, there should be no further modification. And also private method cannot be overridden. Private method, why private method cannot be overridden? Because private method is only accessible to the class, and we know that private cannot be accessible by subclass. So in the subclass we cannot redefine the method. So private and final cannot be, these two methods cannot be overridden. In the next video, we will discuss about inheritance. Thank you for watching this video.